friends, it's Holly. How are you? Welcome to Dandelion Stitches. I'm so happy to have you here. Today we're going to do a little bit of a notions haul. I kind of got on a notions kick the last few weeks, and so I've been kind of gathering them all up so that I can share them and maybe review a couple of them for you. But before we do that, I finished the quilt. The Northwoods quilt with the brown minky backing, and for those of you who helped me to pick thread, I am so grateful. I went with blue on the front and brown on the bobbin, and it turned out lovely, and I plan to take a nap under it sometime soon. So I will put a picture of it here. I'm gonna show, I mean, you looked at it back there for weeks, you know what it looks like, but I will show you what the stitching looked like. So I'll add a picture here. So yeah, I like it. I'm trying to get braver with my quilting on my machine, and I haven't quite got the free motion. This is a newer machine for me. Well, I wasn't ever good at it. I mean, who am I kidding? But I'm having a harder time with the free motion with this machine. But you know, always something to work towards. So I'm going to do a couple of the notions here like this, and then I'll go to the overhead to see some of the smaller ones, and just because it's easier to see them. So we're going to start back here over my shoulder. I have talked about this before, but this is table runner batting, and it's fusible. So one side's got the kind of nubby fusible. It's how many inches wide is it? 15 inches wide, I think. And next week we're going to be doing a table runner for Valentine's Day, which is pretty similar to the pillow I just did, but a little bit different. And I'll be using this in its construction. And also everything I talk about today I will put in the description box, and where I got it and how much it is. This is $3.99 a yard, I think. Yep, $3.99 a yard. So next up, I don't even know how I discovered this thing. I must have been watching somebody else's videos. But this is an 18-inch design board, and it comes in a bunch of different sizes, bigger, smaller. But I started thinking, why would you want a design board that's small like this? Until I did last week's pillow, and I was so happy that I had it, because as I did each heart, you know, I could lay it on the design board and get an idea of, you know, what was happening. So if you were doing a complicated block, or like a pillow, or even a table runner that you were kind of, you know, working your way, I'm digging this. I really enjoyed that. Oops, let's find a place for it. There we go. Okay, so one more big thing. I'm on an organization storage kick right now. I think it's possible that this happens every January, but that's what's happening right now. And I have a lot of, like, behind me are the big ruler. Over there are the big rulers, and those are easy to store for me. The little rulers, though, I had like a drawer just like full of little rulers, and I found this like filing case, and honestly it's just for like documents or whatever, but let's get it open here. See, it's just got all these like foldy things, but I just put all of my smaller type rulers and hexies and things like that were just kind of, you know, in a drawer, taking up space, not really like easily. I'd have to pull like everything out of the drawer to find what I want. It's got little tabs. It's these little tabs, so you could put it comes with these little doohickeys. So you could put like square, round, hexy, you know, whatever. So you know exactly what you've got stored in here. And it folds all up into a nice, easily stored thing. So I'm also very pleased with that little purchase. So now we're going to go to the overhead. I will be right back. I tell you, one of these days I'm going to do a blooper reel because sometimes things just do not go as planned. And then I have to start over. Today is one of those days. But anyway, we're going to start with some marking tools or tools to help with marking. And this is called the Ultimate Marking Pencil. And it comes in this little tubey thing, which I think is a really good storage. If you use hooks, you can hook it in that little thing. But it feels, I thought it was going to be like chalk, but it's not. It feels like rubber almost, or wax. But it does a really nice job of giving you a mark. And it comes off with the iron. And you can sharpen it with your pencil sharpener. So I like this. I'd say it's probably in par with my friction marker or other things I've used to mark. I don't like chalk markers because I get chalk everywhere. And my sister uses soap, and this is as close to that feeling as, yeah, it kind of almost feels like soap. But anyway, I like this little tool. So next up is, they call this the Quick Quarter 2. I think that it's because this one is 12 inches long. You would have to be making some really big half square triangles to need 12 inches. I seriously should have gotten a shorter one. But this is what we got, so this is what we'll work with. So this end, well, both ends, has this, it comes up to a pretty serious point so that you can kind of be really accurate. Obviously, this is not a square, so being accurate is not going to happen. But then you take your friction marker or whatever kind of marker. That white pencil probably would not work. And you go down this little channel in the middle, and then each side, I'm not so good at this. And it creates your half square triangle. This would be the cutting line, and these are your stitching lines. So helpful, I think. Cool idea. Again, I think I would have gone with a smaller one, but oh well. These are probably, you've seen them, but these those little sure grips. Occasionally, not very often, but occasionally they're come on out. Here we go. Come on, meet the public. Here. Okay. They're they don't feel like these are almost like sandpapery. These are more rubbery, and they really do hold that ruler like right on the fabric, like not going anywhere. And occasionally I've got a bigger ruler that I use frequently that just doesn't have enough, I don't know. It needs more of these little sticky pads to hold it down. So that's what those are for. And if you by any chance have a ruler that doesn't have little things on the bottom to help you not roll your ruler all over the place, sure grips, like them. This is so cool. This is to clean the bottom of your iron, and you like it's a little sheet. They almost look like little little tissues. They're folded all up. nice. So then you would put it over the edge of your ironing board, like, I don't have any good, but you know, like so, over your ironing board. And then you run your iron over it against the edge. And if you've got gunk on the bottom of your iron, it just takes it all right off like magic. I'm serious. It just comes right off. No problem at all. And because I sometimes when I'm fusing things, I tend to get it on my iron. So these I can't recommend high enough. They are fabulous. Okay, this is a ironing ruler. Now I'm not sure, well, yeah, maybe I was gonna say, I'm not sure in quilting it would come in all that handy, but now that I think about it, probably. And it has, like, you know, your angle marks and stuff, but what I like it best for is if I'm doing a hem or something that I want to be really clean. When I fold over and then press, you just let's see here, you just take your fabric, and there's two sides, and you want the one that's got the writing on it, but you just, you know, take your fabric, put it up nice, find your line, whatever line it is that you're wanting, your inch mark, or, you know, whatever, and then press, and you get a nice flat pressed hem or whatever you're ironing, and you stick with your measurement line, and I like it. I have a tendency to do this, and then I iron, and then I measure again, and then I iron, and then I measure again, and then I iron. This is much, much better than that. So, these little chickadees. These are, as it says, quilt clips. And they're just plastic, round clips that you, when you're gonna quilt on your machine, on your regular machine, you know, roll up the quilt part that you're not sewing on, and then you put all these along the roll, and it holds the roll while you're sewing. I am somewhat mixed on my feelings about these. They did what they said they were going to do. They held the roll, but the bigger the roll, the better, because the more tension you can get on them, the better. They slid a bit for me. Now, I was using Minky, so that's also an issue, but they also tended to catch on the edge of my sewing machine. So as I was, you know, moving my quilt up, I'd have to keep picking them up and pushing them along. Overall, I like them. I really think they were helpful. But they have a couple of little blips in that. So I think that is it for notions. I will show you that I picked up this unbelievable Hoffman Paradise Bali Pop. Look at the colors. Oh my goodness. And then I just picked up some yardage in the purple and the green, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it was just too gorgeous for me to leave just on that website. It was just calling my name. So I think that's it for notions today, and I'll see you back on the other camera. So that's it for today. I do have a question. I've been considering adding another subscription box, quilting subscription box, to my opening schedule. And I'm wondering, do you have one that you are interested in seeing me open? Or do you have one that you really love that maybe I should be giving a try. If you could put that in the comment section, that would be awesome. So also, if you would be so kind, the subscription, the like, the bell, all the things, if you feel so moved. So next week we're going to be working on a table runner, and I think it will be February. Spring's coming. It's coming. So be well, be safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.